Hi guys, tonight I want you to watch this video on multiplying numbers using the expanded form. Now we've talked about this in class and we've even taken some notes and we've practiced a few problems. I'm going to show you some more problems tonight that I want you to watch how I work them out, and then I want you to try and use the same strategies to multiply larger numbers using the expanded form. Now remember, the expanded form is when we break up a number into its place value digits. So the question that we're going to answer, or we're going to probably hopefully solve by this video, is how can you use expanded form to multiply a multi-digit? And that word multi-digit means more than one digit number by a one-digit number. So we're going to be multiplying numbers with more than one digit by a one-digit number. And here's our first one. Okay, we start simple. We're going to start by multiplying a one-digit number by a two-digit number. So here we have multiply 6 times 78. Now you know the first step, you got to look at it and say, well, what number am I going to break apart? You're always going to break apart the larger number, the 78. So you write 78 in expanded form. 78 in expanded form, I have 7 tens. 7 tens is 70. And I have 8 ones. 8 ones is 8. So I have 70 plus 8 is the expanded form of 78. Now I have to take that 6, which stays the same. Remember, we box it up because it stays the same. And I'm going to multiply both of those by 6. Now, my next step is to use the distributive property. I'm going to distribute that 6. I'm going to do 6 times 8. I'm going to do 6 times 70. I'm distributing that 6 to both of those numbers and multiplying it by both. So first we have 70 times 6. Now remember, when we multiply by tens, we use the basic fact, 7 times 6, which is 42, and then I bring that 0 down. So 70 times 6 is actually 420. Then I have 8 times 6. 8 times 6 is 48. That's a basic fact we should already know. And the last step is to add up the partial products. Remember that term, partial products. This is part of the product. This is part of the product. Take both of them up. 420 plus 48. 8 plus 0 is 8. 2 plus 4 is 6. 4 plus 0 is 4. So, my original problem, 6 times 78 equals 468. Smiley face. Okay. Next, we have a one-digit number, 5 times 143, which is a three-digit number. First step, take the number we're breaking up, bigger number, 143. Write 143 in expanded form. I have 1 100, that's 100. I have 4 tens, that's 40. I have 3 ones, which is 3. That 5 comes around the corner and it gets multiplied by everything. So I'm going to use the distributive property and I'm going to distribute that 5. I'm going to do 5 times 100, 5 times 40, 5 times 3, which we have here set up for us. 5 times 100. If I have 5 100s, I have 500. Now 5 times 40. Remember the basic fact rule. 5 times 4 is 20. Then I get this 0 from that 40. I just bring it down. My last part is 5 times 3, which is a basic fact. You should know it as 15. Then our last step is to add up the partial products. Part of a product, part of the product, part of the product. Add all of them up. 500, 215. 005 gives me 5. 001 gives me 1. And 5 plus 2 gives me 7. So 5 times 143 equals 715. And if you were to do that on the calculator, that is the exact answer that you would get. Okay, last one. Now I want you to pay attention while I multiply a 4-digit number by a 1-digit number. So first I want to take the number I'm breaking up and write 1,250 in expanded form. Well, I have 1 1,000, which is 1,000. I have 2 hundreds, which is 200. And I have 5 tens, which is 50. And I don't have any ones here. If I did, I would just have however many ones plus right here inside this parentheses. and it would give me another partial product. That's all it would do. I would have 4 partial products instead of 3. I don't have to multiply 0 times 3 because I know the 0 property tells me 0 times anything is 0. Now my next step, take that 3. Remember, the 3 doesn't change. It stays the same. It doesn't get broken up. And I want you to use the distributive property and distribute that 3. So you're going to have 3 times 50, 3 times 200, 3 times 1,000. And you're going to break up, or you're going to multiply that 3 times each one of those partial products. So 1,000 times 3. Well, 3 1,000s is 3,000. 3 times 200. 3 times 2 is 6. You're going to bring your 6 down and add your 2 zeros. 3 times 5 is 15, and you're going to bring your 0 over. So now I have 3 separate partial products. 3,000, 600, 150. My last step is to add the partial products together. Remember, these are all part of the actual whole product. 3,000, 600, 150. 0 plus 0 plus 0 is 0. 0 plus 0 plus 5 is 5. 0 plus 6 plus 1, so I have 6 plus 1 is 7. And 3 plus nothing is 3. So 3 times 1,250 equals 3,750. Now, if you need to go back and rewatch this video before you try your homework problems, do that, please. Follow the steps. Break down the larger number. Distribute the 3 to multiply for each one of the numbers in expanded form, or whatever number you don't multiply by. It might not be a 3. Then you're going to add up all the partial products together. Now, we've been practicing this, so I hope you do really, really good on your homework. I've taken the problems on your homework sheet that I gave you for homework tonight, and I've written them down here as well. I want you to solve these problems. I want you to write your answers. Make sure you write your answers on that worksheet and bring that worksheet to class tomorrow so we can go over it. Now, you can solve these because obviously it takes space when you're breaking it all down and distributing. You can solve these on a separate sheet of paper, on the back of your homework worksheet, or in your math notebook if you brought that home. But make sure your answers are on your worksheet that I'm giving to you in class. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. I want you to solve them. Remember, use expanded form in the distributive property. I've kind of started off number 2 here for you. It's 8 times 43. And I wrote the wrong thing in here. So let me grab my marker. Excuse me. 8 times 43 is going to be 8 times 40 for 4 in the tens place, and 8 times 3. Excuse me. And then you're going to do 8 times 4 is 32. Bring down my 0, 320. 8 times 3 is 24. You're going to take both of those partial products, add them up. And when you do partial product plus partial product, you will get your actual final product that will tell you what 8 times 43 is. So, like I said, if you need to go back over through the video, please do that. Pause it. Talk with your parents about it. Come back to class tomorrow with your answers to these questions on your worksheet. Thank you. Have a good night, guys.